Alright guys, welcome back to another daily coding videos dari Dosen Ngoding. So, Filament V4 is released and I really want to show you what is the difference and what happened with the Filament V4. But so far, my experience with Filament is so good and I already have IDO kit. This is a starter kit for Filament that I use for many projects right now. I'm very satisfied with it, but yes, there is some drawbacks, like it's a little bit slow and a little bit not as fast as responsive as front end as a React or Svelte or full framework. But this framework, this starter kit, with this starter kit, it's finished my so many projects with this. So I'm very satisfied using Filament, and now Filament are releasing the version 4 of this plugin, of these libraries. Okay, sorry. This is the version 4, and they claim that there is this Filament version 4 is faster, better, and can be used for many things. So let's see what is the difference, and in the next 30 days, I will post many videos about Filament daily in version 4. So I will skip the installation process and all the very beginners things, and I hope you can follow me up. Okay, this is the Filament panel that already installed. The user is test@example.com and password. This is a default user. And this is the admin panel. So what can I say from this panel? It's faster. It's overall similar, but the difference is that the themes might be a little bit different because it used Tailwind version 4 instead of the usual Filament admin like wait a minute. This is an example of a project that using Filament. Right, git build a test. Okay. Let's see, just use these credentials. So this is the old Filament, then this is the new one. Yeah. As you can see that I think the UI feels a little bit different, just a little bit, because it's using Tailwind version 4, but in this one is not the Tailwind version 4, I think. This is like version 3 or something, but all the functionality is the same. So this is the very basic Filament panels that you will get. Let's see in a dark mode. Yeah, somehow it's similar, but I have a custom this a little bit, but this is the default. So I think in the UI it's overall the same, but let's see how we can use this Filament version 4 to create a new resource. As usual, for a Filament resource you have to create models. So let's say that we're gonna make these models customer, for example. Say like this. Wait a minute. I will use this plugin to create things. All right. Just make it simple. Name, it's fonts. Just set name and fonts for now. Customer, models. I should have used AI. This is just a repetitive things that I do not want to record actually, but yeah, it's okay lah. Customer factory, models, factory. Please AI do something. Phone customer seeder. Okay. Model factory seeder migration. I think it's finished. Then we can create a resource. So I really want to know what is the difference in the resource, you know. So when creating generating resource, I always use this command with the flag -- generate. It will generate everything for me, the forms, the tables. So let's see. What is the title attribute? Oh, this is new, guys. The filament asks title attribute used to label each record in the UI. You can leave this blank if you don't have a title. So just like let's check the code, right? Read only view page. There is so many question, right? Read only view page. Okay, I think I would like to have a read only view page. It says it will generate a info list usually in old filament. So let's see. Where is all the files changed? We have customer. This is the customer resource. So usually in Filament 3, everything is in the resource. So okay, I see. I think this is good. In the old filament, you will have a function of form info list. Info list is additional function, but in the old filament, the default is at least will be a form and a table function, and then there will be a lot of code in this curly braces. So when your resource is so long and you have so many columns and in your database and your table, it will be so long and it will be hard to maintain. I think hard to maintain, in my opinion, because it's this file is going to be so long, super long file. But this time they decide to move this into its own class. So this is good. This is good approach. I'm happy with this approach. Okay, let's see if it is not automatically registered. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see. Hey, seriously? Why there is no? Okay, I think we should register something somewhere. The policy. So I think because this one just return true. Yeah, be careful when you guys using plugin like me. I'm using VS Code plugin that it will also generate a policy for the resource, and it's all default to false, I think. Okay, this is it. So be careful when you guys using VS Code plugin, just like I use when generating models, factory, and seeders. They're also generating policy. Be careful with that. Enable the policy, make it true, and then the resource will come out. Okay. We have to migrate, I think. Okay. We are missing our database seeder. Okay. Call the seeder. Sorry. Okay. Let's make this into an array so we can add another. This is like this. Okay, we are logging in. We have this. So It, the generate option doesn't work, I think. Yes. This is what I wanted, guys. I don't know. It's happened in the Filament V3 and also happened in Filament V4. If we generate resource and with the flag of generate, and then somehow, sometimes they don't work. The column, the forms is not automatically generated, but yeah, it's always follow the same pattern UI with the Filament V3. I think it is similar. Okay, yeah. This is like this. They will redirect into view, but normally we will redirect to tables, right? So we will have to fix this sooner or later. View page, this is the info list one. Edit page is like this. Okay. Okay, when we save, it stay in this page. It should be redirected in my opinion. Okay. Going to view, going to edit, and going to list from here. Can we... Okay, the breadcrumb is also works. It's good. Generally faster. I like this. But I also have details on how we can modify this behavior. I don't know why Filament team keep this strange UI behavior like this. So when we edit, we save change, it's supposed to be go back to the front page, but I don't know why they keep this UI, this UX, I think. But yeah, okay, and then we can continue. I think I still have to use my modification. In the Kaido kit that I created, I modified the stuff, so the process of UX of this creation process will be changed. Not like this view or edit. Every time we save, it will be moved to the customer's index. So I think it's better that way. But yeah, in general, faster, and we can have a better separation of concern. But let's see where is the... This is the resource, and then where is the customer info list and customer forms? Wait a minute. Resource, customer, pages. Okay, we have a pages right now. Wait. Resource. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a little bit confused with the file tree. Okay, Filament. We have a resources. Resources will have a customers, and inside the customers there will be schemas, tables, and pages. Okay. This is new. This is different with Filament version 3, but I think it's generally the same. Create customer, edit customer. Okay, this is where they set up the header action. This is where they set up the action for the list. This is okay. I think this page is yeah, this is I rarely edit this folder, I think will be, but there is we will frequently edit this customer schemas. Yeah, so in the schemas folder there will be forms, there will be info list, okay, and there will be table. So form, the form, the info list, and the table now is in a different file. Which is good, because in the Filament version 3 it's all in this file, and this file will be grow so large and so long, and it will be annoying to edit a very long files, right? So this is a very good move from Filament teams. Okay, but you will be possibly you will be rarely edit this folder, this pages folder. I think that's all for now, and maybe in the next videos I will modify this UX a little bit, because I do not like the UI like this. And for you guys that waiting for Kaido Kit to be updated to version 4, just be chill there. I will update this Kaido Kit to version 4. But of course, because I use so many plugins, that available from the Filament plugin page, especially for the Filament Shield. This is still in the version 3. I hope that Beza and Saleh will have time to update into version 4, and I think we can use Kaido. Generally, we can use Kaido once this Filament Shield is updated, and we can ignore all of the other plugin, because it's not the core that I wanted in the kit build, in the Kaido kit. But if this plugin also updated, it will be very satisfying. But the two plugins that I will wait is that Filament Shield and API service from Rupadana. Once this updated, we will be create so many projects with Filament for version 4 so fast. And of course, if you want to me to talk about another topics in the Filament version 4, you can guys always comment and ask me. Don't forget to join our community. There will be a English community and general Indonesian community in the WhatsApp group. You can check also in the Discord if you want to discuss Filament version 4 with me and coding in general. Alright, that's all for today's videos. I hope you guys get the insight that the Filament version 4 generally the same with the Filament version 3, but they improves a lot of the performance, and they also improve the way we code the table, the form, and the info list into a different file. So tables and schemas. So there will be 3 folder: pages, schemas, tables, and you will be mainly working on the schemas and the table folder. Usually we will add filters here, and then we will update the info list, setting up some UX here, and the customer form we will also do same thing. We will add section, we will add reactivity towards the forms, and etc. Overall, this is a very good move from Filament teams. Yeah. Thank you guys. See you guys in the next videos.